Hi friends, um, hope you're doing good. So today I'm going to share some valuable information with respect to AWS Certificate Manager. So the use case is, for example, you have a domain on S3, or you have a domain on router 53 or hosting or GoDaddy, and you want to connect your application hosted on AWS, maybe S3 or CloudFront or EC2. Probably you will have to create a CNAME and then perform some steps. But the challenge that you will be facing is your AWS Certificate Manager will need to verify or validate your certificate, which is I would like to show you where the issue exists. And like for example, if you request this certificate, okay, first of all, you need to create a certificate. So you go to AWS Certificate Manager, you click on certificate, and then you request. And after request, you will see that request a public certificate. Okay, now you click on next. The moment you click on next, you will be asked for fully qualified domain name. So for example, you will write xyz dot name dot com, or you can write, if you want subdomain, you can add star or xyz dot com, or if you want a fully fully qualified domain name, maybe abc.xyz.com. So yeah, so these are the three patterns that you can use. So probably the best way is to use asterisk wildcard, just to ensure that whatever subdomains if you want to use after this main domain, you can use it. Okay, at that moment of time, you don't need to add multiple, you don't need to add a specific certificate for all the subdomains. Now the validation process. The validation process, there are two types of process. One is DNS validation and the email validation. So DNS validation actually ensures that wherever domain name is registered, for example in hosting or in GoDaddy cpanel, you created a CNAME, but Amazon wants to validate from there whether this domain is, you are the owner of the domain or not. So for this, there are two ways. Either you put an email validation. An email validation, what will happen is Amazon will send uh, you know some code or some link to validate in your email. Now there is, you won't be able to get an option to put an email ID. Instead of, you will only get to put an option of your domain name. But how it works is there are preset list of emails like admin, admin at the rate xy.com. You might have manage at the rate xyz.com. So there are preset of emails that is automatically sent by Amazon. So if you have that email, you will be able to get this email and you can validate that. But if you don't have an email, so like for example, in my case, my email ID is info at the rate manipulates.com. So I don't have set in so much, so the existing preset do not have info in the mailing list, so I did not get an email validation. So I prefer DNS validation. Now what happened is, the moment you request, okay, the moment you request, you will be presented this kind of screen. Okay, and here you will see the status is pending. Okay, excuse me. So you will see the status as pending, and here, like in here, you will see the domain, you will see the status success. and some CNAME and CNAME value. Okay, so in this case, what you need to do is, in my case, I have an hostinger, and whatever you want, you can use it. So let me go to hostinger and tell you. So this is hostinger hpanel, and this is DNS zone editor. So here, if you can see, I've created a CNAME with my subdomain, that is the REST app, and I'm pointing to Amazon CloudFront. But just putting the CNAME, just putting the CNAME and forwarding it will not work actually. So it is important that you have a certificate. I'll tell you how this CloudFront and your subdomain is connected. But during this process, certificate creation and validation is also important. But I was facing an issue, so I thought, like, let me record a video and explain you. So if you go here, what I did is, after getting this CNAME, I just copied CNAME. If you see underscore 1630, I copied this CNAME, and if you see here underscore 1630, you see I put one name, one more. I created one more CNAME 1630, and the subsequent value is against in the value text box. Okay, but the thing is, there are instances where you might do something like, if you might copy this way, but no, this is a wrong way. Just click on copy, because if you do this way, you will get .manipulates.com, but you don't need this. If you copy this, you have a subdomain here, so you need to copy only this much. Okay, so the best way is to copy. Click on here and then paste. All right, so this is done. Now, even after this, if you go to this, even after putting this, you need to wait for around 24 hours, and you need to check your domain in domain registry. Let me see if that browser is open. I think here is the browser. Yeah, you have a DNS checker. You can check your underscore 1630. Okay, excuse me. So here my system is a bit slow. So yeah, just wait. Okay, so if you see here, oh, DNS. Okay, if you see here, I've checked for another, but if you put here under your own DNS name, sorry, the CNAME, you will see that all should be green. If at all anyone is red or cross, you should wait for maybe around 48 hours, or ideally it is fast, but normally it is been told that around 24 to 48 hours is a waiting time for this. Now coming on to this, so even you create a CNAME, still this status will be showing failed. Okay, if you go back to list, your status will be failed. I've deleted many of the certificates that I've created with the status field, but this one is the correct one. So status field. Now to make it an issued, so there is one step ahead you need to do is again go back to your cpanel or hpanel and create a CAA for a CAA record. Okay, like here, if I see, so CAA record, if you see here, I've created a CAA record, this one. So what you need to do is you need to create one CAA record with name at the rate, flag is 0, tag is issue wild, and in double quotes you need to write amazon.com and then update. Okay, so if it is updated, it will show you the record is created, and this particular entry is created in your DNS editor. Okay, now you have made three entries. One is CNAME with your domain or subdomain, okay, pointing to your actual AWS service endpoint, public endpoint. The second is your CNAME provided by your certificate. And the third is CAA certificate authority information, that is Amazon.com. Okay, so you have to create three records, and then wait for some time, or if you don't want to wait, you just create a request, new one. And because every time you create a request, you will get the same CNAME and CNAME value. Okay, so don't worry about it. Every time the CNAME remains the same. So once you fail, the next time they again fail, but your CNAME remains the same. So what happens is your CNAME is actually getting registered, and once it is registered in CNAME registry, then probably that is all set. And the moment you request and you create that, so within few seconds you will see that your certificate is issued. And if once this certificate is issued, you can use this certificate in any of the services. Like here I've used custom SSL certificate, and this is my certificate name. So I will share another information in another video, how to connect CloudFront with the hosting or subdomain. Okay, so thank you for watching. This is very important video. I appreciate your response and your feedbacks on top of this video. And if you like the video, please give me a like and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, recording. अच्छा, तो नहीं कर दिया तूने? मैंने कोई नहीं किया, अब आएगी ना recording. कहाँ है? दो तारीख. मैच हो रही होगी. दूसरी recording करना. ये same. दूसरी. ये recording भेजेगा ना. YouTube पे डालूंगा. इसका मेरे को